What's going on, people? Welcome back to the UNCUT Podcast, episode 6, part number 2 for my WWE Smackdown live review bars for August 16, 2016, as well as my WWE Summerslam preview/predictions. Before we get into the review, I do have brand new intros. I got a brand new intro for the podcast. I'm going to start changing that up from time to time. It's basically the same intro over and over again. It's just different colors and different theme songs, basically. I did the same thing for J-Time reactions for a bit. And I decided to start making brand new intros. I do plan on changing the intro for J-Time Reaction Season 3 sometime soon. Well, not soon enough. I don't know. I just might make a regular intro. I'm tired of using GTA 5. That shit takes forever. But anyway, the theme song that we're using this time is Bobby Roode's Glorious theme song. I fucking love that theme song. No, the theme song, goddamn theme song though. Really, Jay? Theme song. That theme song is absolutely glorious, man. This is my favorite theme song. That's the Shinsuke Nakamura's theme song. And obviously, I couldn't pick and choose between both of them, so I decided to use both of them. So we're using Glorious as the intro theme, and we're using Shinsuke Nakamura's theme song as the outro theme. And I'm also making the colors relevant to the Titantron, so I try to make it as special as possible. And I'm going to do that for every theme song that I use. Anyway, we're going to go in and start with SmackDown first. We're going to keep it short and sweet. Try to keep it less than 10 minutes. If it ends up being 15 minutes, so be it. Because we still need a lot of time for SummerSlam, because I got a lot to say about SummerSlam, especially about the build. The build is fucking terrible. Actually, there was no build whatsoever. Zero build. Because they got lazy again. You know, it's like a carbon copy of WrestleMania 32. I mean, the build was bad, and then the show was bad as well. The show was worse than the build. You know? Especially the main event. Probably one of the worst main events of all time. You know, SummerSlam is shaping up to look the same way. As long as SummerSlam gets his own set, I'm fine. But I'm pretty sure that SummerSlam is going to be a great show. I mean, if you look at this card, I mean, you got damn. I don't care about any of these matches, man. There's only like 2 matches that I give a fuck about. You got Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton and Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins. Those are the only 2 matches I'm really looking forward to. All the other matches, I could care less. Oh, Sasha Banks versus Charlotte, of course. Everything else, I don't give a shit. And Enzo Amore and Big Cass versus Jericho. I'm actually interested in that feud. I got something to say about that. Jerry KO is absolutely fucking hilarious. But anyway, let's just start with SmackDown first. We start off with Randy Orton officially signing his contract for his match against Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. I wish that match did happen at WrestleMania. That would be even more special, you know. But anyway, signed the contract, and out of nowhere, he just came in with this big ass fruit basket as an apology for his behavior from last week. He said that he watched SmackDown Live back from last week and realized that they were going to offer him a contract, you know, but all that pent-up frustration, he just didn't give a fuck. You know, he's been jobbing out a lot lately. He jobbed out to Heath Slater. He jobbed out to Rhino. Who else did he job out to? I don't fucking know. It was either he was jobbing out or he got put out. One or the other, you know. He threw an apple at Randy Orton, and, you know, they declined his contract. Because he said he still wanted the contract, and they declined the contract. Orton took a bite out of the apple and said, I have an idea. And we got with that idea. I said we got with that idea. We got with that idea. Did I really just say that? We got what that idea was later in the night. In like the 3rd segment. Exactly the 3rd segment. Well, not the segment. 3rd match, actually. Or 2nd match, because the 2nd match didn't really happen. Let me get to that in a second. That fruit basket was kind of cheesy, though. I'm not going to lie. Next, we got Miz TV with Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler. Miz was not needed in this segment. But then again, he was needed because he had the rest of Miz TV on a commercial, which was absolutely fucking lazy and stupid. You know? I'm going to get to that in a second, though. Ziggler and Ambrose had a heated exchange on the mic, and Dolph Ziggler was just getting loud and loud and loud, just just going the fuck off on the mic. And then at the end of the promo, he said, "Well, it's not really the end of the promo. It's just mid promo." You know what I'm saying? It only takes one move, just one move, and out of nowhere, no pun intended, super kicks the shit out of Dean Ambrose, and then he grabs the mic again and says, I'm going to take that WWE Championship from you at SummerSlam, and you're going to realize that I'm that damn good. I love that catchphrase. And it's not going to say that it solidifies Dolph Ziggler as a rightful contender, because he's still not a rightful contender. He hasn't been built up properly. That's the one issue that I have with these championship matches. None of the challengers were built up properly. They've just been stuck in these not tag team matches. They've been stuck in these fucking championship matches. They didn't even beat the champion for the title. And not for the title. They didn't beat they earned the title shot, some of them. But they didn't beat the champion to become #1 contender. Like Roman Reigns got handed a title shot. You know, Dolph Ziggler earned himself a shot, but he didn't get built up properly. Apollo Crews earned himself a shot, but didn't get built up properly. Gallows and Anderson earned themselves a shot. I don't really remember how they did, but they did not get built up properly. They've been shown as a joke lately, you know, and I don't like it one bit. Especially with AJ Styles and this beat up John Cena shit. It's fucking childish. I'm gonna get to that in a second though. Yeah, I got a lot to say about that. But anyway, during commercial, Miz had a few words for Apollo Crews, and he's calling him Apollo Creed. Crews took offense to that. He took offense to that and powerbombed, hit him with the spin-out powerbomb, and that was it. Couldn't just have this on TV. Come on now. We couldn't just have Dean Ambrose laying there on the mat and then getting out of the ring and just have Miz just talk shit about Apollo Crews and have him come out and just powerbomb the shit out of him there before commercial. He had to do that shit during commercial. Lazy. It's fucked up. So they really don't give a shit about Apollo Crews. I can tell now. Next we have a 12-man tag match. Another proof of laziness. 12-man tag match between the entire goddamn tag team division. There's only 6 of them. Usos, American Alpha, and the Hype Bros versus the Vaudevillains, Ascension, and Breezango, or Febreze as I like to call them. You know, I don't have my Febreze with me, but I do have Airwick. It's pretty much the same thing. Anyway, goddamn, my throat is starting to hurt. I talk so goddamn much and so goddamn loud that my throat starts to hurt, man. How the fuck does that happen? God damn, maybe because I got these earphones on. Usually when I don't have these on, I don't talk that loud, but I got these on so I can talk louder than usual, because I talk way too fucking low. You know, when I edit these videos, I realize how low my voice really is, and that's embarrassing, man. I seem so fucking shy in these videos sometimes. You know, and I'm not camera shy at all, although I look away from the camera from time to time, and I just did it again, and I keep doing it. Can't help it. But anyway, enough of that. This match was nothing more than a finisher fest. You know, the whole match went on during commercial, like the first 2 minutes of the match. Actually, it wasn't even 2 minutes of the match. They showed like the first minute and a half of the match, or the first minute of the match, first 45 seconds of the match. And then had a 3-minute commercial break, and then they come back and everybody's hitting their fucking finishers. Uso's going Uso crazy, as Michael Cole likes to call it. Uso crazy! You know, everybody's hitting their finish, just a finisher fest, or spot fest if you will. That's it. Nothing special. Nothing. It's terrible. Yeah. Gotta spend a couple of these videos in a minute. Anyway. During the match, they talked about bringing new tag team titles to the to SmackDown Live, so that's pretty much been confirmed, as well as the Women's Championship, because they talked about that too last week. They're talking about bringing new tag team championships to the roster, yeah, to the show. Goddammit, you know what I'm trying to say. In my opinion, I think American Alpha should be the first to win the championships and lead the charge. You know, I agree 100% with JD. The one thing for sure is that they really need to stop underutilizing these tag teams and take them seriously, man. You know, teams like the Ascension deserve a chance. Like, they haven't got a chance since they've been on the main roster. They got buried on their debut by not Michael Cole. I wish it was Michael Cole, but they got buried by JBL of all people, one of the worst commentators in WWE right now. Michael Cole is a bad commentator, but Michael Cole ain't a bad commentator. He does call moves wrong sometimes, but he ain't that bad. I mean, he's gotten better. Well, not better. He's more tolerable now that Corey Graves is on commentary. Byron Saxton, I have no idea what the fuck he's saying at the time. I kind of, you know, gave him an exception, but when I watched Raw on Monday, I'm thinking in my head, like, Byron, what the fuck are you talking about? And that's how I feel every time I hear Byron Saxton. He worked better on commentary when he was in NXT and FCW. On the main roster, he fucking sucks. Michael Cole and Corey Graves together, they leech off one another very well. You know, as for SmackDown, David Otunga and JBL are two of the worst commentary teams of all time. Not including Mauro Ranallo because he's a fucking god. You know, he's like a modern day JR, even though they're damn near the same age. That's another now. JR is in his 60s, isn't he? Or is he in his 50s? I don't fucking know. But they're like close in age. You know, they're like 5 years apart. I don't remember how old they are. But I was trying to give David Otunga a chance, and he's like Michael Cole. No, he's like Byron Saxton. He pays attention sometimes. He just doesn't say anything of importance. These tag teams need to be taken seriously. They need more tag teams in the division, though. Right now, you can't even call it a division. With 6 tag teams, your entire tag team division and a 12-man tag team match to start the show, that's embarrassing. Come the fuck on, man. You need more tag teams. Bring back Luke. When Luke Harper comes back, pair him back up with Eric Rowan. That's tag team number 7 right there. Bring back. Is Charlie Haas retired? If not, they can bring Charlie Haas back at the same time that they bring Shelton Benjamin back. You have the world's greatest tag team, the originals. I mean, you got part 2 with the American Alpha. Might as well have the world's greatest tag team on the same roster. Can you imagine these two teams having matches together? It'd be fucking phenomenal. It'd be like NXT on SmackDown, bro. Just think about it. I just thought about that. I didn't even think about it before then. It's just something that's on my head for the last 5 minutes. Anyway, next we're supposed to have a match that never happened. Eva Marie spectacular debut. What's so spectacular about Eva Marie besides her hot ass? Naomi is supposed to wrestle Eva Marie. Eva Marie got held up in traffic. Apparently, Naomi is a face now because she came out smiling and shit. She has this brand new hot ass entrance, bro. All Glow Everything. All Glow Everything is more over than All Red Everything. All Red Everything ain't over whatsoever. Only All Red Everything that is over right now is Finn Balor when he's the Demon King. That's the only All Red Everything that's over. Anything involving Eva Marie is just, in the words of Bruce Blitz, trash, 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 trash. Remember he said that shit about John Cena? It's trash, trash, trash. Yeah, where did he go, man? Oh yeah, I forgot. He got false flagged and he quit YouTube. We did make a video 2 weeks ago about some of the good changes that WWE made. Whatever. I mean, after he, you know, potentially left YouTube, I started watching Joe Cronin. You know, Joe Cronin has the better podcast anyway. No offense, you know, but Joe Cronin has the donations and shit, and they're just fucking hilarious. Which is why I think he has the better podcast. You know. And besides, his reviews don't go on for 4 goddamn hours. Just saying, Bruce Blitz has some long ass Raw reviews. I couldn't even sit through some. I think I fell asleep on one of them before. Not because it was boring. It was interesting. I was just tired. That was all because Raw was fucking boring. Anyway, Naomi never wrestled Eva Marie because she got held up in traffic. And I fucking hate that her personal ring announcer. That's one of the main issues that I have with Eva Marie. And it's not just because she's terrible in the ring and she's terrible on the microphone. I hate the fact that she has a personal ring announcer. How the fuck did she get a personal ring announcer, but Del Rio doesn't get one? Personal ring announcer outside of the expensive ass cars is the only thing that kept Del Rio relevant. Without Ricardo Rodriguez, he's nothing. How the fuck did Eva Marie get a personal ring announcer? And then it's William Shatner of all people. I know that voice from a mile away. Especially when he says Eva Marie. Eva Marie. I know it's William Shatner, bro. I knew that was his voice because I remember him singing the WWE theme songs. I know exactly what that is. as far as I'm concerned, Eva Marie can get the fuck off my TV. Bars. Fuck Eva Marie. Next we have Kurt Hawkins vignette. It's been confirmed that he's returning to the WWE. They had some listed facts. It was very reminiscent of Matt Hardy's Matitude V1 gimmick. Remember that shit? Remember when he used to come out with the version 1 gimmick, yo? Like his entrance was like in 240p, 10 frames per second and shit. Remember that shit? Bruh, terrible. Entertaining but terrible, man. The entrance. Yeah. But I loved it. I fucking loved it. I ain't gonna never do that shit again. Anyway, it'd be great to see Kurt Hawkins back in WWE though, because he like before he got released, like he wasn't anything of relevance. You know, he was completely irrelevant. He was in this meaningless ass tag team with Tyler Rex. You know, when Tyler Rex first came to the WWE, he came in as the surfer dude, and then he turned hell, and he was as dark as all fuck. Like he was at the Bermuda Triangle. Like he got lost in the Bermuda Triangle. You know, when people go to the Bermuda Triangle and just go missing all of a sudden. Like it seems like he was at the Bermuda Triangle, but fought his way out of it, and came back darker and more demented than he already was. You know, these surfer dude gimmicks is kind of trash though. Reminds me of. I don't remind me of anything. Remember Kizarnia? That was probably one of the worst gimmicks in all of SmackDown. Yeah, I just thought about that. Anyway, I might have to edit out what I said about David Otunga. I said so much shit, and I was on commentary for so goddamn long that I forgot about the goddamn show. I gotta stop talking so much about a certain fucking segment, man. Damn. I'm gonna have to edit that shit out. If this video ends up being 50 minutes, I will. But anyway, last time we seen Kurt Hawkins, he was in that tag team with Tyler Rex, and you know they were heels. Tyler Rex came cheesy, cracking corny ass jokes and shit. Kurt Hawkins was, you know, out there walking with a pimp cane and shit, whacking people on the bike, on the bike, yo, on the bike. God damn it, Plies. Gotta be saying bike now, because that's how he says back. Bike. He was whacking people on the back with that stupid ass cane, man. It was just completely irrelevant, man. On season 5 of NXT, when it was known as NXT Redemption. I mean, even when it was NXT Redemption, it was still terrible. NXT season 6, when they merged NXT with FCW, that's when they became of relevance. But this was after they released Tyler Rex and Kurt Hawkins. They got released together, you know. But seeing Kurt Hawkins back as a heel would be great for SmackDown. You know, we need more heels and more faces. I have to think about it. All right, man. Next we got Heath Slater versus Randy Orton. Randy Orton permanently got himself disqualified. The stipulation was, if Heath Slater beat Randy Orton, he will get a contract. And Randy Orton basically just did Heath Slater a favor. You know, just whooped his ass onto the roster like a gang initiation, yo. You know, just beat the shit out of him, you know. Beat the shit out of him in the ring, got himself disqualified, beat the shit out of him out of the ring, hit him with the DDT, put him back in the ring, German suplexed his ass twice, and then hit with an RKO. You know, mocking Brock Lesnar at the same time. So I was thinking in my head while I was saying in the Raw review, it's Randy Orton's turn. What does he have in store? How can he even up the odds? And he did exactly what I thought he would do. German suplex. I kind of saw that shit coming though, to be honest. I don't know if anybody else saw that coming, but I saw that shit coming. German suplex and then an RKO. 2 of them, nonetheless. Very sloppy German suplexes too. I thought he was going to RKO his ass to the table though. That would have been even cooler. But still, pretty much sending a direct message to Brock Lesnar while doing a favor for Heath Slater. And then backstage, after commercial, Heath Slater was all woozy and shit. And then Shane and Daniel came in and they offered him a contract again since he won the match by DQ. You know, they congratulated him on the win, and they took the contract away before he could sign it, maybe because he was too fucked up in the head, he was too delirious. But he thought he was looking at Foley and Stephanie, and it was kind of funny, but this comedy shit needs to stop with Heath Slater now, man. I kind of chuckled a little bit, but I'm done with that now. Either put him on the roster or don't use him at all. And I quote. Just saying. JD said it, not absolutely agree. It's just going too far now. It's just like what they was doing with the Golden Troop for 8 fucking months, yo. Before they finally got together, just backstage doing all kinds of stupid shit, man. It's like they was trying to recreate all of the Booker T and Goldust like initiation scenes, and it just failed miserably. Anyway, next we have Dean Ambrose versus Eric Rowan. Nobody gives a fuck. Dean Ambrose wins. Of course, Dean Ambrose has the worst fucking suicide dive of all time. The worst and the safest suicide dive of all time. And that goes to show that certain people should not be doing suicide dives. Bray Wyatt, post-match, leaves Eric Rowan, and Mauro Ranallo noted on commentary that could this be the last time we see the Wyatt family? No, it will not be the last time we see the Wyatt family, unless if Luke Harper comes back and he gets paired up with Eric Rowan, then that will not be the last time we see the Wyatt family. But then again, they wouldn't be called the Wyatt family; they'd just be called Harper and Rowan. But anyway, Eric Rowan will not do good on himself. Just like Braun Strowman, he will not do good on himself. He's better than Braun Strowman. I give him that. But he's slow. He's too fucking slow in the ring to be wrestling by himself, and he's slowly but surely closing in on my get off my TV list. Just saying, he needs somebody like Luke Harper or Bray Wyatt to be on his side. If it was if it was Eric Rowan and Braun Strowman, that'd be fucking death of me, boys. Anyway, next we have Becky Lynch and Carmella versus Natalya and Alexa Bliss. I didn't give a fuck about this match. Becky Lynch was the only person that got an entrance. Everybody else came out during commercial. They call that jobber entrances. We call that jobber entrances. This match wasn't anything special. Pretty much just set up a 6-woman tag match for SummerSlam. Eva Marie came out towards the end of the match to provide another fucking distraction like she did last week, and Naomi came out, chased her around the ring. The only thing good about this match was Becky Lynch winning the match, finally winning the fucking match, and then Naomi's ass bouncing up and down while she was chasing Eva Marie. You know, got a stiffy from that. Sorry. I'm just saying, man. But that set up Becky Lynch, Carmella, and Naomi versus Natalya, Alexa Bliss, Eva Marie. And this leads me to think, how the fuck did Eva Marie get on the card? Why is she going to be at SummerSlam? Who the fuck picked her? Bro, I got so many questions, yo. Who picked Eva Marie over Sami Zayn, Bray Wyatt, Neville, Del Rio? They're not even on the card. Come on, man. And this match will most likely be on the pre-show. Hopefully it is. Because this is one of those matches that I don't really want to see. It better be on the pre-show. Because there are 11 matches. They just try to jam-pack so many fucking matches onto the card, man. There's only like 3 matches that I care about right now. 4. Brock Lesnar versus Orton, of course. Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn. I wish. Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins. Sasha Banks versus Charlotte, and then Enzo Amore and Big Cass versus Jericho. Those are the only matches that I care about. I don't care about Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler. I damn sure don't care about AJ Styles versus John Cena. I mean, I loved the feud when it first started. But then they was doing this beat up John Cena shit, and it turned Gallows and Anderson into a fucking joke, and it made AJ Styles look childish, and my interest rate then went way down. I'm gonna get to that in a second. Anyway, next you have Baron Corbin backstage bullying Kalisto again. JD didn't like this, but I liked it. This was actually entertaining. Baron Corbin said to Kalisto that he's just getting started. If you thought that last week was going to be the only time, but you're fucking dreaming about this is only the beginning. I'm just getting started. Just keep bullying him, man. And this gave me Heidenreich vibes. I said this about the first time he bullied him. This reminded me so much of Heidenreich, yo. When Heiden raped Michael Cole. Get it? Heidenreich raped. You get what I mean. Still, he raped Michael Cole, which is fucking hilarious. I love that segment, man. Anyway, after that, we got the main event. We got John Cena versus Alberto Del Rio. AJ Styles on commentary. I didn't care whatsoever. Cena won, of course. Who do you think won? AJ Styles attacked Cena after the match. Cena with a phenomenal forearm, and then he got on the mic and said, and I quote, "After I beat you at SummerSlam, I will be the new face that runs the place." Yeah, where else did it say? Oh yeah. And I told you since day one that your time is up, my time is not. I think, yeah, that's what he said. And then he goes for the Styles Clash, and of course Cena no-sells everything that he just went through and hits him with the AA. Not only did he hit him with the AA at that time, he also took him outside of the ring and hit him with another AA through the announce table. So he no-sells everything. But who better to no-sell a move than John Cena? I'd rather be John Cena no-selling moves than Roman Reigns. I'm just saying. Roman Reigns, it just gets fucking annoying. John Cena, it's annoying, but you can tolerate it because it's fucking Superman. But Roman Reigns playing Superman is just, come on, man. We already have one. Do we really need two? And that's just how I feel when it comes to Roman Reigns. And that's SmackDown. Pretty much. Nothing worth watching. If you miss SmackDown, you ain't miss shit. Nothing was built up, pretty much. You know, I mean, you got a little build for Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton, but that's about it. Nothing else was built. Everything was poorly built. It's like a carbon copy of the build for WrestleMania. The only difference is SummerSlam might be an awesome fucking show. Or should I say great? I don't think SummerSlam's going to be awesome. But SummerSlam might be a great show, unlike WrestleMania, because WrestleMania was fucking trash. WrestleMania was trash. It's terrible. Especially that main event. Only good match on the card, only good matches on the card were the Women's Championship Triple Threat match between Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks, and then the Hell in a Cell match between Undertaker and Shane McMahon. Those are the only two good matches on the card. Everything else is fucking trash. Got a wasted appearance by The Rock, burying the fucking Wyatt family. I don't know. And of course, the New Day coming out as Dragon Ball Z characters was actually kind of entertaining, but everything else is just fucking trash. Oh, and the return of Shawn Michaels and Mick Foley and Stone Cold, of course. But everything else is fucking trash. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with SummerSlam. Let's see what we got first. Alright, so we got Becky Lynch, Carmella, Naomi, Natalya, Alexa Bliss, and I say Alexa Bliss, and Eva Marie. My prediction: Becky Lynch, Carmella, and Naomi. Babyfaces always win, unless Eva Marie pins Carmella. Everybody would have a big problem, but it'll most likely be on the pre-show, so nobody gives a fuck. Pre-show matches don't count. You know, they never do anything after these pre-show matches. They just get randomly stuck together. So if Eva Marie draws a win, who the fuck cares? It's on the pre-show. Better be on the pre-show. Because on the main card, then everybody would have a real problem with it. Anyway, my interest rate for this is a motherfucking one. I really don't care. Shit. I talk so much, I started coughing and shit. So either my throat gets sore, or I just start coughing. Next we have Cesaro versus Sheamus. And the way ordering these matches, I think it's going to be the actual match order. You know, I should join Wrestle Rumble, but I probably ain't going to win no money from that shit. But we got Cesaro versus Sheamus in the first best of 7 series match. The first match of the best of 7 series is what I meant to say. Apparently it's not going to be match after match after match on every Raw before the pay-per-view, and then at the pay-per-view. It's going to be one match with these two per pay-per-view. I was about to say one match per view, but one match per pay-per-view. Thank God. If they decide to put this match over and over and over again on Raw, then we would get sick of that. That wouldn't even be a best of 7 series. That'd be a best of 77 series. That's what it'd be. But different pay-per-views, different stipulations. That would be the only way that I would care about this match, is if it's different stipulations. If it's the same match over and over and over again, like we got with Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin for fucking months, or Dolph Ziggler versus Kevin Owens for fucking months. If it's anything like that, I'm going to shut that shit down immediately. I'm not even going to talk about this shit. I just hope that they have different stipulations, you know. Give us a 2 out of 3 falls. You know, singles match for the first match, it'll be fine, you know. But after that, give us different stipulations, you know, like they did with Motor City Machine Guns and Beer Money back in 2009. You know, this is before Hulk Hogan came in and fucked everything up. He's the reason I stopped watching TNA, because the storylines, you know, with him and, you know, bringing back the main event Mafia, it was just fucking terrible, man. And then they turned Jeff Hardy heel. They made this ugly ass championship belt, and it's got terrible, even more terrible from there, man. I mean, Jeff Hardy as a heel, decent, but he thrives better as a face. As a heel, I don't know, man. You know, I love when he acknowledges the creatures of the night. That gimmick is great, but as a heel, it just doesn't work out, man. Couldn't get into it, pretty much. You know, and that's actually the reason why AJ Styles left, I think, because Hogan fucked everything up and they wasn't giving him the push that he deserved. You know, when he came back as a heel, you know, that's when they respected him, and he still left. Anyway, my interest rate for this is a 3, and my prediction, Sheamus. I mean, Cesaro won the first 2 matches. I'm only using logic. And that's pretty much how I'm booking this whole entire show, or predicting the whole entire show. I'm using logic. I'm predicting the winners based on logic. You know, what makes more sense. You know. Next, we got the Intercontinental Championship between Miz and Apollo Crews. This match doesn't make sense at all. I'm predicting the Miz to retain the IC Championship because Apollo Crews wasn't properly fucking built. I mean, they had a confrontation during a commercial, for God's sakes. You really think Apollo Crews is going to win the title now? You have to build him up correctly and make him a worthy contender before he even wins the goddamn championship. Come on now. You know that. I know that. We all know that. It's common fucking sense. Logic. But of course, logic doesn't even exist in WWE anymore. You know? They just go with their fucking... They don't even go with their gut. They just pull out random shit from the top of their head that don't make sense and they just apply it. That's all they do. You know? It's like taking a shit and not getting up. Okay, that was a bad comparison. But you get what you know what I'm getting at. God damn. I don't know. I take back what I don't remember. I don't know why I said that. Sorry. Moving on, man. My interest rate for this is a 3, though. I'm curious to see where this leads. I hope they keep building off with this feud, but I hope they build it the right way. Then it'll make me a believer out of Apollo Crews. I mean, I'm a big Apollo Crews fan, but he hasn't been on TV, so why the fuck does he automatically get a title shot? I mean, yeah, he won a triple threat match, but does that make me a believer? Fuck no. So yeah, 3. Picking Miz to win the match. Next we have Enzo Amore and Big Cass versus Jericho. My prediction is Jericho. I'm pretty sure that this feud is going to continue until the next pay-per-view. You know, it'll be like 50-50 booking. Jericho wins here, and then Enzo and Cass wins the next match that they have, and then Enzo and Cass finally wins the tag team championships at the very next pay-per-view. You know, logic again, and it makes sense for Jericho to be winning here. Get that heel heat, you know what I'm saying? And Jericho together, they're absolutely hilarious, man. Just as, I was about to say if not more, but I'm going to keep that if not more shit out. But just as funny as Enzo and Cass, man. Like, this whole entire feud is just fucking hilarious, man. Versus, you know, Gallows and Anderson, the New Day, a whole feud about Big E's nuts. Like, that shit is childish and not funny at all. You know, I'm going to get to that in a second. I think that's the next match, right? Yes, it is. We're going to get to that in a second. But my interest rate for Enzo Amore and Big Cass versus Jericho is a 4. I fucking love this feud. And being completely honest, I really don't want it to stop. You know, the comedy from this feud is just fucking gold, man. But Jericho is my prediction to win this match. Then we have the WWE Tag Team Championship match, the New Day versus Gallows and Anderson. Being completely honest, again, Gallows and Anderson are not worthy contenders for the WWE Tag Team Championship. They were not built up properly. You have to be built up properly in order to be a worthy contender for a certain championship. They just give championships to anybody nowadays because logic doesn't exist. But I'm using logic, and I said that the New Day would retain. But then again, I wouldn't be surprised if Gallows and Anderson won. Big Completely honest, I don't give a fuck about this match at all. If Biggie ain't involved, then I don't care. Biggie's the only person that, you know, makes the New Day as fun as they are. Without Big E, they're nothing. You know, yeah, you got Francesca too, but it's not the same without Big E. And I think Big E's gonna come back at SummerSlam anyway and distract Gallows and Anderson. So, New Day for the win to retain the WWE Tag Team Championships. But my interest rate for this feud, it started off at a 4, but it's now a 1. I'm going to change that though. I'm going to give it a 2. Alright? I'm going to be fair. I'm going to give it a 2. It's just that this ring post-itis shit, that's what this whole feud is built off of. Ring post-itis, and that makes no sense whatsoever. Ring post-itis? Are you serious? Dr. Gallows, Dr. Allison. Dr. Allison? Dr. Shit. Dr. Gallows and Dr. Anderson is what I meant to say. I didn't mean to say Dr. Allison. I'm thinking of my fucking doctor. Bro, one of my older doctors that I don't go to anymore. I haven't been to her in years, man. God damn. Dr. Gallows and Dr. Anderson. This whole feud, man, this whole feud is built on Big E's nuts. And that makes no fucking sense. Only positive I could say about this feud, about a big guy's nuts, is that at least it's not PG. But then again, they made a nuts feud sound kind of PG because they're not really. No, I don't fucking care, man. I'll give it a 2. Interest rate is a 2. But New Day to retain the Tag Team Championships. Next, we have Women's Championship match: Sasha Banks versus Charlotte, in which Dana Brooke is banned from ringside. She'll probably get involved anyway, because we all know how that goes. Besides Banks to retain, predictable, but in a good way. Interest rate 4. I've really been enjoying this feud. But Dana Brooke, to be completely honest, is kind of ruining the feud, if you ask me. She doesn't add anything to the feud. Without her, the feud would be fucking gold. It'd be A1, bro. But with Dana Brooke, it's like they're holding back. I mean, haven't really been enjoying Dana Brooke, as of late. On NXT, she was a fucking star in my eyes. Even though she wasn't that good in the ring, she was just fucking hot. I mean, that rack, bro. She got some spring break titties, bro. That's the only thing good I can say about Dana Brooke at this point, is that I want to motorboat them breasts. I'm just saying. I want to motorboat them titties. That's it. Fuck if they fake or not. They probably are. They look plastic. They probably are. But anyway, this match would be a great match nonetheless, though. One question that we all have on our minds is, will they be able to outdo what they did on the first New Era Raw, which was fucking fantastic? We ain't gonna never stop talking about that Raw. Because based on all the other Raws that we got this month, as well as SmackDown, every last one of them was fucking terrible. That one episode of Raw was just awesome. And rightfully so. But of course, as usual, right back at the bottom of the barrel. I'm from Virginia, using a fucking New York accent for that. Right back at the bottom of the barrel. Sound like JD from NY right now. Goddamn. Anyway, interest rate is a 4. Even with Dana Brooke damn near ruining the feud, it's still a 4. Anyway, next we have the U.S. Championship. Rusev versus Roman Reigns. Does anybody care? They wasted the match on Raw. We all know what's going to happen. Roman Reigns won the match on Raw, finally earning himself a shot for the U.S. Championship, and rightfully so, because they just handed his ass a fucking title shot. So they decided, based on the heat, I'm guessing that's why they had the match on Raw in the first place, is because of all the heat. Everybody knows that Roman Reigns got handed a title shot. And even Rusev said it in the scripted ass promo, said that Roman Reigns did nothing to deserve this. And he's absolutely right. Roman Reigns didn't do shit. He's challenged for the U.S. Championship, and Rusev said no. So he had to earn his way into a championship match, and that he did in the main event of Raw this past Monday. They wasted the match, so nobody's gonna care come SummerSlam. They probably ain't gonna do half the shit they did on that one match that they had on Raw, because it was a damn good match. It was 18 minutes, I think, or 15. I think it was 15, 16, 17 minutes. I don't remember how long the match went, but it was a damn good match, man. And they ain't even gonna match what they did in this match. So I don't give a fuck. Rusev is gonna beat Roman Reigns, and he might as well beat Roman Reigns anyway, because it'll help his career, especially seeing as Roman Reigns right now potentially ain't the guy, but in Vince McMahon's eyes, he still is the guy. Right now he's being punished, and what better way to punish Roman Reigns than to have him lose clean to Rusev. You know, not only will it be great for Rusev's career, it'll also add value to the U.S. Championship and make it special again. Because right now that championship don't mean shit. It don't whatsoever. Then we have AJ Styles versus John Cena. Now, I'm going to tell you why I don't care about this match. When the feud first started, and of course I knew they were going to fuck it up like they always do. They didn't completely fuck it up, but they fucked it up to the point where I just didn't care anymore. I mean, when AJ Styles turned heel, I thought this was going to be something great. Like the feud is just getting started. AJ Styles turned heel, I thought it was going to be something great, but no, they just turned into a complete fucking joke. Every week, week in and week out, even when I wasn't watching, this is all I heard. Beat up John Cena! Come on, man, you really gotta be that childish? And I'm never gonna stop talking about this. That one episode of Raw, bro. Right after they said, beat up John Cena. AJ Styles looked to Xavier Woods and says, oh, there's Bray Wyatt, there's Bray Wyatt. Oh, you were scared. You were scared. Are we 5 years old or are we grown-ass men? Or the other way around, rather. Are we grown-ass men or are we 5 years old? This ain't kindergarten, man. This is the WWE. Get the fuck out of here with this unintentional comedy, man. This is just fucking stupid. AJ Styles is going to win. My interest rate for this is a 3. It went from a 5 all the way to a 3. I was going to give it a 2, but I decided to be fair and give it a 3 because I'm still loving the feud. It's just the beat up John Cena shit slowly decreases my interest. It's just fucking childish. You know, they completely ruined, well, not completely, but they ruined Gallows and Anderson. They're fucking jokes now. You know, I don't really care about them anymore. You know. And they're thinking about bringing in Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks and maybe even Tama Tonga and whoever else is in the Bullet Club. What makes you think they're going to buck them the right way, huh? They're going to do the same thing to them and make complete jokes out of them too. They did it with the Nexus. They did it with the Core. I mean, they were jokes before they even became the Core. I'm just saying, every great goddamn stable that we had on the main roster within the past 10 years were made jokes out of, and they all got buried. Where the fuck are they now? What makes you think the Bullet Club is going to survive in WWE? In TNA, Ring of Honor, and New Japan, they be like big fucking forces in WWE. If you ain't Vince McMahon's guy, go right down to the bottom of the barrel. It's like a fuck you from Vince's Kevin Dunn's eyes. Only thing they want to do is jack off to Roman Reigns all day. Anyway, next we have Brock Lesnar versus I'm gonna say Roman Reigns. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns again, like you want to see that again. Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton. My prediction is Brock Lesnar. Interest rate 4. I'm loving this feud. Of course, logic probably wouldn't take place in this match. They probably make Brock Lesnar look weak and have Randy Orton win the match. 1 RKO, done. They probably have Randy Orton kick out of. They probably have Brock Lesnar hit him with like 16 or 20 German suplexes and then hit him with 3 F5s and have Randy Orton kick out, but have Brock Lesnar lose in 1 RKO. No, fuck that would be. You know how pissed that would make all the internet fans? Come on, man. Now, they probably wouldn't be that stupid. They probably still have Randy Orton win, though. You know? Only way I would accept Randy Orton winning is if he hit the punt kick at least twice. You know? Hit like 3 or 4 RKOs. I just spit everywhere. Again. Hit like 3 or 4 RKOs and then hit the punt kick twice. That would put down Brock Lesnar. But even that probably wouldn't put down Brock Lesnar. But yeah, hit a couple RKOs and a punt kick, and that would be it. That would be the only way I can accept Randy Orton defeating Brock Lesnar. But now that I think about it, after watching Off the Script last week, I finally got caught up on Off the Script. Jaded from NY. And he brought up a great point. Goddamn, 45 minutes in. Fuck. He brought up a great point about Brock Lesnar and the streak. Brock Lesnar losing to somebody like not Roman Reigns. Brock Lesnar losing to somebody like Roman Reigns devalues the streak. But Brock Lesnar losing to somebody like Randy Orton completely devalues the streak. It'll make Brock Lesnar defeating the streak meaningless, basically, is what he said, just to keep a long story short, because he talked about that shit for damn near 30 minutes. I'm just saying that in a sentence or less. It'll devalue everything that Brock Lesnar stands for, and it'll devalue him defeating the streak. At this point, the only person that should be defeating Brock Lesnar is somebody like Samoa Joe or Shinsuke Nakamura. And I 100% agree, man. Logic. It's just logic. Common sense. And all you casual fans probably disagree and say something completely different that don't make any fucking sense. Anyway, Lesnar for the win. Interest rate of 4. This will be a grudge match, for sure. Next, we have the WWE Championship between Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler. My prediction, Ambrose. Why the hell would Dean Ambrose? I was about to say my prediction is Dean Ambrose. Why the hell would Dean Ambrose win? God damn, I'm fucking up so bad. Why would Dolph Ziggler win is what I meant to say. It's 2 D's in the same match, yo. God damn, that's how the game's fault. 2 D's in the same match. But why would Dolph Ziggler win, man? He wasn't even properly built up. Just got stuck in the feud automatically, you know? After winning a meaningless ass... What match did he have? I don't even know how the fuck he became number 1 contender, to be honest. Everything that they had on SmackDown since the first New Era episode of SmackDown, Draft Don't Count, every SmackDown that they had, like everything that they had on these SmackDowns was just completely forgettable. I don't remember how the fuck he became number 1 contender. All I'm saying is Dolph Ziggler just was not built up correctly. He wasn't. He was not built up correctly, man. It's just... Think about it this way. If Dolph Ziggler won this match, where do they go from there? Would people even care? I mean, the WWE Champion, Dolph Ziggler. He doesn't even get a reaction right now. He doesn't get a reaction when he comes out, and as WWE Champion, still probably wouldn't get a reaction. Probably be the same old shit. Just think about that. Dolph Ziggler winning here would not make any sense whatsoever. This match is very predictable. And just like Roman Reigns, he's not a championship contender. Unless you build him up properly, he will never be a championship contender. You got to build him up properly, give him good matches, and have him win. You can't lose and automatically become a champion. That makes no sense. The interest rate is a 3 for this because the feud, you know, was poorly built, but still kept interesting because of the great promos that they had. So I'd give that a 3. And finally, we have the Universal Championship, Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor as the Demon King. I think they're going to go with this. The demon shall not be slayed until absolutely necessary. Just like they did in NXT. The demon was not slayed until absolutely necessary. The only person that was able to stop the demon, or slay the demon rather, was Samoa Joe. Because he was big enough, bad enough, and strong enough. He was the only person, you know, who was worthy of actually defeating the demon. Everybody else came close, but in the nick of time, Balor always found a way to get out of any defeat that he had. Storyline. You know what I'm trying to say. But nobody should slay the demon. But we all know what's going to happen, though. Now that I think about it. What if Roman Reigns comes back on top and challenges for the Universal Championship and just beats Finn Balor just like that as the demon? Can you imagine that? You know how far the damn, fuck am I trying to say? You know how devalued the Demon King would be if Roman Reigns just beat him just like that, one spear? Come on, man. Did it with AJ Styles. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that with Finn Balor. They better not, though, because that would be a real stupid move. Real stupid move. Casual fans would be pissed, surprisingly. And the hardcore fans would be pissed. Very pissed. You know, can you imagine JD going off about that, bruh? Or Joe Cronin? Joe Cronin could cut a hell of a promo. He cut all kinds of promos on this podcast, man. Specifically on his Raw reviews. It's either on Out of Nowhere or the Raw reviews, the SmackDown reviews, pay-per-view reviews, you name it. He just goes the fuck off and cut all kinds of crazy ass promos. And they're better than all the promos that we hear on WWE television. Just saying. Oh, I almost forgot, bro. Did y'all watch JD from NY's King of the Ring series? Bruh. His commentary is on fleek. I usually don't say shit like that. You know, it's on fleek. I usually say on point because that's basically what fleek means. But I've been saying that shit so much lately I can't stop, won't stop. His commentary is on fleek. I can't even do the high-pitched fleek. that I usually use for my gaming vids. But his commentary is on fleek, man. It really is. And that's the last time I say fleek in this goddamn video, and I just said it again. Fuck. But anyway, Finn Balor is my prediction to win. My interest rate for this is a 4. Started off as a 4, and it remains a 4, surprisingly, because they built this up better than any other feud that they've had in the main roster. Still built up kind of poorly, but it was built up better than any other feud aside from Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton on the card, man. Every other match that was built up, every other feud that was built like completely poorly. Just fucking lazy. You know, this is the only one. I just hate the fact that they wasted away the, or should I say they spoiled the fucking Demon King look. You know, but then again, now that I think about it, I really don't have a problem with them showing the Demon King look on Raw, because it looked like the Demon King look was kind of halfway done. It's like a taste of what you'll get at SummerSlam. At SummerSlam, he went like full Demon King, because he just had, you know, Demon King on his right arm pretty much. You know, he had the demons, you know, on his face and on his chest and all over his left arm, or like right where the arm pad cuts off, but all over here and on the stomach and shit, it said Demon King. So it's like it looked halfway done. So at SummerSlam, it's going to be full Demon King body paint, and it's going to leak. It's going to leak. It's going to look even more badass. It look badass if you leak too, but it'll look even more badass, even more badass if they added some more shit to that paint. If they use the same paint that did the same look that they used on Raw, all the internet marks, as most people call us, all the hardcore fans will be very disappointed. I hope he uses more paint for this match. You know, cover up everything like he did at Beast in the East. Like his whole fucking body was covered, his legs too. You know, do something like that for SummerSlam. You know, for like the bigger events. You know, use that. Don't just use the same fucking look that you used on Raw, because that would be stupid. You know, enhance it a little bit, make it look more badass than it already is. But Balor for the win. 4. That's the interest rate. Like I said, is the only good feud on Raw right now, in my opinion, outside of Lesnar and Orton. And yeah, this whole fucking show, this whole goddamn pay-per-view was just poorly built, carbon copy of WrestleMania. And that's pretty much all I gotta say. We're damn near an hour in, but that's okay. This is a podcast, and I don't upload these in HD anymore because they take fucking 4 hours to fucking upload, man. I don't want to have to deal with that. So this is going up at 360p because it only takes 20 minutes. Less than that, actually. I uploaded part 1 of this podcast, part 1 of this episode on not on Monday but yesterday. I uploaded it yesterday morning, and it took 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And it's 28 minutes, yo. 5 minutes for a 28-minute video. But anyway, I'm going to go and wrap this up like I kind of want to see y'all later tonight, because it's Wednesday now. I can't even say tomorrow, but I'm going to see y'all later tonight for my NXT review, Cruiserweight Classic review, and NXT TakeOver Brooklyn preview and predictions. That video is going to go a little quicker than this one did. I know I said in the beginning of this video that I was going to keep this short and sweet, but I kept it long and whatever other words you want to use. I'm going to edit out some shit though, because I was on some subjects for too goddamn long. I'm going to have to just, 5 minutes of just rambling incoherently, yo. Anyway. Delicious. Finally tastes good now. I guess shaking it up was a good thing. I don't know why I just did this. Anyway, I'm out, man. Peace. Fuck Donald Trump. I can't even do toodles, man. I can't even say toodles right now. Toodles! Bye. God damn it. Fucking rasping my voice, man.